got a good business or you don't.
Kids don't lie. Because the first thing that came out was, dang, I can still see the silver. Good morning. So I've had the car home now, and I did do a short video on everything I found on the car that wasn't done, I guess, well. But since I've had it, I have done something I made, put some layers on here, and I put some more on this to darken it out. With plastic dip, I'll go and put another, but also I attempted to do this as well. I didn't tape it up really good because mainly I was working on my headlights. Alright, so I got my headlights plastic dip. I actually did it myself. I'm starting to figure out I'm probably a better DIYer than I believe I am. I went with plastic dip because when I gave him my car, this was supposed to be wrapped in black, but as you can see, he plastic dipped it and didn't tell me. But my orange I provided was done, but instead of rewrapping my orange plastic dip, excuse me, and it's supposed to be wrapped. He specifically said, yeah, I wrapped the front too, but I feel like this is wrapped here, but something funky happened over here. I also thought he was going to put the yellow on the headlights and on the fogs, the fogs are down here, and these daytime running lights, and put the clear on top. That wasn't done. Did I ask him? No, I didn't ask him why he didn't do it, because I asked him why didn't he replace the rear spats, because that was something that we did talk about, that replacing the rear spats with the new ones I had. And based on his response, I knew it was not in my best interest to ask him any more questions about things that weren't done, because he had his gun on him. I didn't have my gun on me, nor did I have anybody with me that had a gun. So if I wanted to escalate the situation, because I found so many other things, I knew that because I was so pissed about everything that wasn't done, it was best to just let that shit go. I took the car to the car wash, let me say that, and they were able to get some of the plastic dip off the car, but they didn't get it all. I did ask the guy to get as much as he could, so it's gonna take for me to get time with the car. I did go over this and make it darker. Some of the areas that chip, I actually stopped on this window. I stopped on this window because what I ran into was I needed to do a better job prepping, and I wasn't doing a better job prepping. And seeing this, how it was, it's not done so well, that let me know that I need to do better if I'm gonna actually fix the mistake. So I gotta get some newspaper and get that taken care of. I was actually upset he didn't take off my valve stem covers, because I actually think these are pretty cool. You know, they look like little bullets. Look, I got little bullets on the valve stem, but I didn't have no pistol on me to pick my car up. That was crazy. These should be down some and over some. I thought he was gonna call me like he said he would, to when we get to these points, and one of the other points were here with the Japan Rising Sun flag on here. I don't know if you can see it now. I think that's it's over, it's kind of like under wrap or whatnot. I actually wanted it to go all the way out, and I thought he was gonna call me to say, hey, this side looks with it, do you want it or not? But that didn't happen either. Also, I feel this emblem should be down further. Speaking of this emblem, of course, this is handmade that I got from Alabama or whatnot, what I ordered from a guy in Alabama, because I had one in the back and also one in the front. And the conversation he and I had also was about the emblem, did I want them or not, and I didn't really care for them. But then once he said, hey, well, let me buy them from you, and I was like, okay, cool. So instead of him calling me and saying, hey, how much you want for them or whatnot, he actually put them on somebody else's truck, and we have to wait for that person to get back from Austin next time for it to be, for me to get them back. I offered a price that I wanted to sell them for, and he didn't like that price. So I was like, okay, cool, just return them to me when you can. I wasn't really in a joking mood, and I felt like he kind of was. So I let that conversation go. But overall, again, one of the comments said it's a good 3 to 4 meter car. It actually is. It's a really good 3 to 4 meter car, if I have to be honest about it. It's just the fact that when I walk up on it and I get in, this is the first thing I see. And the fact that I know that this happened, when I see stuff like this, to me, it's like there's no need to say anything to the person, because it's not gonna make sense with what they're gonna say. So it's just best to move on and find someone else to fix their mistake. And the people who I'm going to get to look over this to fix it, this is a part of the staff that, part of some of the businesses that Tiny Bob actually recommended me, who are actually located in Humble, Texas. So I'll be headed out to one of those shops. This is a shop in Pasadena. I'll let y'all know how that goes. Kids don't lie. Because the first thing that came out was, dang, I can still see the silver. So yeah, that was the first thing you see when you run up on the car. You can still see the silver. My plan is to get that taken care of. The other thing that wasn't done, we're supposed to put my parking sensor on. Didn't mention it either, and I didn't notice it until I got the car back. I think I was just so excited to have my vehicle back that once I got it, I just overlooked a lot of stuff. But I plan to make some modifications myself and fix some of the stuff myself, like replacing these spats. I may measure them out myself and drill the holes myself to put those on and install them. This, I think I'm gonna have to go to a body shop. What in the world? That's crazy. Like, I don't know. So that's the plan, to go to a body shop, find out what needs to be done to get this stuff done, repaired. And I actually appreciate this. He did paint this black. Oh my God, this looks so horrible. This looks so horrible in here when it came back from the guy who did all the bad overspray in here. You see that? So he did spray this black. I was appreciative of this, but again, I wish you would have said something. Communication was really bad from this place. Would I recommend it? I would say if you just want to get a wrap thrown on your car, yes. If that's all you want. Doors. That was another thing. So we had a conversation and he was supposed to wrap these. And he was supposed to wrap on all 4 doors. He wrapped one. This is the one he wrapped. Look at this. He stopped. He said he stopped because he wasn't able to get this edge the way he wanted it. So he left it on like this and didn't do the other. Yeah, he didn't do that one. Another one in the front. I was disappointed by that as well. I didn't get a phone call to say that none of the stuff was done. I got a phone call saying that my car was ready. And that, I feel like, that's crazy. All right. So here, here. Can you see that? I don't know how well that's coming out on camera. But and then it's cut short as well, where it could have wrapped around the hood, but you see it cut too short. And then when you get right here, so again, if you just want to wrap on your car, this is the place. I do like the placement of the grill when he put it back on. Although I know this probably should sit lower than it is to cover up these holes, but I would have had to drop down a little lower, play with it a bit before I settled in on placement. So I'll be replacing this piece, redo the template to make it bigger. Also, he was able to wrap the bottom in orange here, whereas last time he told me he wasn't able to wrap it because the area was too small, but he did it this time. So I was expecting that part of the bottom not to be done, but it is. And I don't get any water in my, or anything crazy in here because of these. I could have did a better job at cutting it, but it's functional. That was almost perfect right there. I did learn one thing from going to Tiny Bot, that they did recommend don't go to a garage. And now that I'm looking at what happened, I actually took my car to a garage. I think the bumper and the back bumper need to be rewrapped. And I think I may go to the tire shop and see if I can get them to drop my bumper so I can put the yellow on the fog lights or put the car on the lift. Me and this mechanic, we have a really good relationship, so that's a godsend right there. He has been extremely helpful and a great source of knowledge. And my plan at some point today is to put the yellow on here, but I might have to wait for the front, but at the minimum I need to put the yellow on the L on the Lexus and put the clear on top to protect it. And then at a later date, we can get that plastic dip repaired, just like in the front, and the bumper redone. But I didn't want to ramble. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, and this might be too long. I'll have to shorten this up.